Hello everyone, today we're back on BrandSearch. We're going to take a look at the tool together. This way, you'll be able to see if this tool interests you, and we'll go through all the available features together. I'll put a link in the description to BrandSearch, and I also have a promo code for you, which I'll include in the description as well. So first of all, here we have the product search, the brand library. So there are more than 6 million stores listed. The real strength of BrandSearch is actually this. It's the fact that we have both. Not only do we have a lot of stores, but we also have visibility on Facebook, meaning Meta, along with Instagram. We also have visibility on TikTok and Google Ads as well. So this allows us to have a more comprehensive view directly of my competitor, what they're doing, where they are, and their online presence, and to what extent they are present. For example, we might see that some are less active on Facebook, but have a stronger presence on Google Ads or TikTok. Or on the contrary, we might notice that, hey, the brand isn't on Google at all. Should I do something about that? Since there's demand, could I potentially get myself listed on Google? Why not? As for the filters here, we have quite a few. We'll go through them very quickly, maybe by using presets directly. So that means they were created for you. For example, one that I really like is New Store Hunter. So it's the stores that are currently quite new and experiencing rapid growth. You can see the filters here: scaling, creation date, number of active meta ads, and the target market. For example, I also saved, if I'm interested in the pet niche, some pet stores with a few ads. And here, potentially, this can give us ideas right away. So either I'm looking for a product or I'm directly doing my competitive monitoring here. Competitive monitoring. So for example, I think I wanted to look at this store. Here, either I take a look at it directly, I log onto the website, or I perform an analysis of the information, and then I have a lot more data. So here, for example, I see that there are 10 products on the site and that the store has already been around for 3 years. And here we can see the growth. So on average, 16,000 people per month. Not bad. Nice growth since May of last year, since May 2025. We can see there are fluctuations, but it still remains fairly stable between 14,000 and 16,000 visits per month. And here we can see next to it the number of ongoing ads, and especially the ads that are active. From this menu right here, we can easily switch to all the other channels. Authority score. Here, this is the rather, so here, products, we have the list of top products. We also have it here, bestseller. We can search by price, by date, etc. And what I wanted to show, here we have a small SEO section with shops similar to Moke. Here, of course, we have these brands ads, which are normally sorted by top rank. So this is BrandSearch directly doing the work for you to determine which ones are ranked the highest. So here, for example, we see this one, it's ranked number 1 and has been active for 58 days. I'm not sure if the ad spend is always shown because that depends on whether we're in Europe or not. We don't always have the information about the spend. So already this gives us a pretty good overview. Bestseller, as we've seen. AI radar. So what's interesting here is that, sure, it gives you other sites as examples, but you also get a direct analysis of the site right here. So actually, there's a little AI analysis that will help you save time. And you can see directly, well, you have to read it. It's true that maybe the design could be improved a bit, but it gives you a sense, all the information. For example, what do they highlight? That it's eco-friendly and non-toxic for animals. That it's easy to clean, that it's a durable, natural product made of steel, stainless. This gives you the main value propositions, the angles as well. For example, here, ad angle. So directly the advertising angle, problem solution. Lifestyle, product, and social proof. So this view as well, I find it interesting. So here we have the TikTok information. I admit that for TikTok, personally, it's not really where I look, but it's still interesting. In this case, you can easily create a TikTok channel for yourself, and there you actually get free organic traffic. So it's worth getting inspiration from videos like this directly. You don't need to create an account, etc. Directly from here, you can access the videos. There's the ad. So we see that they have 38 active ads. They have more. Ah, yes, they also have inactive ones. Okay. We also have an email section, which is empty for now. It just came out, so there's still time for it to fill up. So these will be the emails sent after a purchase. So I'm going to add it. This is a feature that lets you go even deeper into monitoring a specific brand. So here I'm adding it to the spectrum. That's what it's called. Okay, so now it's being analyzed. So it takes a little time. And it seems to me that these functions are linked to the spectrum. So we'll come back to it later and check in our folder. There you go. So I think I've given a pretty quick overview of the filters. No need to go into detail. We'll move straight on to the second feature, which is discovery. So discovery, in my opinion, you can use it quite regularly, even weekly, to keep up to date with best practices. What are right now in today's market the ads that are breaking through? That way you can get inspired because obviously you need a lot of inspiration to create ads. When you see that you need 100 ad creatives, or here, for example, they have 400 ad creatives. So obviously they had to iterate 400 ad creatives. That's not bad. Those are impressive numbers. And that simply allows you to get inspired by what works so you can replicate it. And here we also have filters. So we can select and decide if I want an image or a video, the specific duration for which it has been active, which language I am focusing on and targeting, and in exactly what digital placement and location the ad appears. In relation to the brand, the number of products, the price of the products, the status of the Meta account, for example, if you want a fairly recent account, and always the target markets. Here we have presets. For example, new winner in this month, so that's pretty good. So the new winners of the month, we said between 100 and 1,000 active ads that have been running for at least 30 to 1,000 days. And then we pull them up. So here too, you can sort according to the display you want. So top rank. Since when it is, sorry, I'm lost. The length, the duration, since when it has been active, the longest running ones, basically, if I translated, those that have been duplicated the most, the newest ones, the oldest ones, etc. So often this filter is already pretty good by default. So here, what's not bad, it's when we have the numbers, of course, it's much more telling. When you see that this one, for example, has been viewed 65,000 times, that's pretty good actually. Do we have a bit more information? Here, for example, I can save it to my files because it's 1 out of 600. That's not bad. And What's more, it's the French market. That's why we have the data here. Here we still have the radar section. AI that automatically generates keywords for us. So you can get the script, you can download the script. Soon there will also be an API for BrandSearch. So if you have automation systems for anything related to research, you'll be able to automate, for example, to go and fetch things in your niche. Here you enter your niche, you enter the top ads of the month. Automatically via API, you retrieve the scripts, you retrieve the hooks, and that directly gives you potentially new ideas for your own shop. So this is really great for everything related to research, searching for new ideas, creative research. There's a lot you can do here. I don't even know how many anymore. There are a lot in total. If I remove the filters, I don't even know if it's written anywhere. There are so many. I think there are a lot. There are really, really a lot. So that's it for this part. So now we looked at the brand library. We looked at discovery. So this, they just added it. Okay, this is the email section to get inspiration for email flows. You shouldn't underestimate it. Emails are practically free. An email compared to what it can bring you. Then here, it's simply everything I've saved. So this is my general folder. You can see that either. I have ads, I have saved brands. I have the landing pages. And here, this is the Spectre section, which is basically the advanced competitive monitoring part. And so it was this one. This one is still loading. Basically, what it gives you in addition is here, the landing pages, the scripts. So here you can see the whole list of scripts. So if you have competitors, of course, you can export all of this and rework the hooks or scripts to draw inspiration from them. And everything that's copied as well, same thing, you can export them quite easily. There you go, we're already at 13 minutes, so I think I'm going to stop here. That's already a quick overview of the features. One last point as well, you can also change the display a bit depending on what you prefer. For example, here, I've set it to cart view, but you can also have them in a list if you prefer. That's pretty handy depending on your choices and simply what you prefer. So if you have any questions about BrandSearch, feel free to write them in the comments. That way I'll be able to answer you. Also, if you need it, I have the promo code ESTEL20, which gives you 20% off to try out the tool. And also, there's a whole community on Discord. So don't hesitate to join, even if you're not yet part of BrandSearch, it can help you. You can ask questions even directly to the developers who are super responsive. They reply quite a lot, especially if you have ideas for improvements, etc. It's pretty cool to have direct access to the team working behind this tool. So listen, don't hesitate to support the video by giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and we'll see each other next time for more videos. See you soon.